Hello. You most probably have watched the Audit International template presentation. And today I want to present you the differences between the Audit International template and the Audit Turkey one. So I'm now going into the template. The major differences in the Turkish template is the mapping structure. And the grouping structures. We built the mapping structure based on your general chart of accounts or standard chart of accounts. So let's just take a look at it. Okay, so if you go to account assign mappings, now here you will see your Turkish chart of accounts. And this is basically the mapping structure. The mapping numbers are similar to your chart of accounts or to the one that it is mostly used, because I know that there are not all the numbers are standardized. Now you can see that we have Turkish here. You can move from Turkish to, my screen is too small, so from Turkish to English, very easy. And when you'll go back to assign mappings, you will see the descriptions in English. Yeah, so everything is now in English. Besides the mapping structure, there are also grouping structures. So in the international template, you have also the document manager. You can see that the folders are in Turkish and all the documents are in Turkish and all the documents are translated into Turkish. The content is the same as in Audit International, but it was translated in the Turkish language. As you can see here, let me just go to the assets, for example. We have these LS numbers. So there is a grouping structure which is called LS. These are the lead sheets that are showing the accounts from this audit section. So if you go to assign groupings, you will see here more grouping structures. So the LS one is the same as in Audit International. We kept the structure as it is in Audit International, and we created three additional structures: TTK, IFRS, and BOBI, which are specific to the Turkish market. So if I'll go to TTK, well, TTK and IFRS are mostly the same. The only difference is that some mapping numbers are mapped different to these two structures. So we have the TTK structure here. Yeah, you can see all the details here. The same, these are translated in Turkish. You can also see the IFRS structure, which is almost the same, and the BOBI one. BOBI is much simpler than the other two. And again, if you move to Turkish, you will see all these structures in Turkish. To make sure that everything looks fine, yeah, you need to have your regional settings set to Turkey. So go to clock region. Here in the administrative part, you need to have Turkish, and you need to make sure not to check this checkbox. Yeah, so select Turkey, your computer will restart. Yeah, it is not important if you have here English. The administrative one is important because it will read then the special characters from the Turkish language. And another useful thing that we have here in this template is a document that we created. We call it simple statements. And because you'll also, if you will decide to buy connector, you'll be able to use that as well, because it is built using connector. Connector is a tool that extracts information from working papers from this database into Word and Excel files. So we built this. It's like a draft of financial statements, balance sheet and income statement for all three grouping structures, TTK, IFRS, and Bobby. So if you see here, we have some formulas, yeah, that extract information from your engagement file. So if we will create now an engagement file, and we will do that, then this document will be populated automatically with amounts after we import and map your accounts. Regarding mapping, because you have a standardized chart of accounts, you have this auto map button that automatically maps your accounts to the mapping structure. You don't need to manually do that. So let's just create an engagement file, a test engagement file. And let's see. Okay, so let me just find a trial balance. Okay, we have it here. Okay, so let's wait for the template to close, and we will now create an engagement file and import a trial balance so that you can see how it looks like. So we have okay, Audit Turkey template. I'm creating the file right now. Okay, let me just select the template. Sorry, the profile, not the template. Okay, so let's now import a trial balance. Okay, next. Account number, account description, and these are my amounts. Okay, so now if you go to the trial balance, you will see your trial balance here. There is no mapping, so if I go to assign mappings, the mapping is not done yet. So instead of doing it manually, you can just click on this auto map button, and it will automatically map these accounts to the mapping structure, because these 102 account is automatically linked to 1.0.2 mapping number, which means that this is, let me translate it into English. Yeah, so if I'll go now to 1.0.2, this is banks, yeah, or deposits, or something related to cash. So all these, so our mapping structure is created based on these accounts, and based on the most used accounts that you have in your country. Then just by importing and mapping your accounts, you can go down to the 107 document. Yeah, and you can see, well, I have only one period imported. So you can see the amounts here because they are pulled using this formula. Yeah, so you have a check done here, and you can see that everything works fine. And the same for Bobby and IFRS. Now, let's just open the FSA. The FSA is, so all the documents are translated in Turkish. Just wanted to show to you the FSA. It is generated based on the LS structure, not the other three that you have locally. And it can also be shown in English or in Turkish. So if you move it back to Turkish and go into the FSA, it will change to Turkish. So basically, let me also open a work program or a checklist so that you can see that wording is also in Turkish. Yeah, so you can see that everything here is translated to Turkish. Okay, this is basically it about the Turkish template. I know I'm not sure, but Burak mentioned CaseWare Cloud. So if you want to see CaseWare Cloud, I can just quickly show it to you. Yeah. Yeah. So this is the platform. You can create here your clients within the entities menu. So this is the whole menu. Yeah, you can create your clients. These are like folders in cloud. So in your entity for this client, for example, these are demo clients. You will have all the information. You'll have the general information. You can add contacts from the client to be able to send them information requests from CaseWare Cloud. You can start discussions about this client and specific engagement files, and you can see all the discussions here if they are not closed. You can also have tasks, and you can see a status of the tasks for this client, any file requests sent to the client, any files other than the ones that you add in your engagement, maybe some files that you don't need to add to your engagement, and then the list of all the engagements that you can see here. Yeah. Because CaseWare Cloud is also integrated with works with SmartSync, you can simply, so you can have all your engagements in CaseWare Cloud. You can replace your server using CaseWare Cloud, and then you can simply just download a synchronized copy from here and work on your desktop engagement file, or you can go to SmartSync server, find the engagement, just type it here, yeah, and you can find all your engagements and just double click and create a synchronized copy and work in that synchronized copy. As I said, you can create tasks, discussions, file requests. It's very simple. Just add a subject, add a body text, add any documents. If you want to limit it to specific people or not, the same with creating tasks or and file requests. File requests are for clients. You will have also there is a queue app that can give you a summary of the engagement, and you can see it in CaseWare Cloud, and it looks like this. Yeah, for example, in this case, I have one risk identified, I have one tailored work program, I have 2 issues, I have financial information, materiality, so you can see what happened here from the reviewer point of view. And you can also use our time and billing apps to be able to track time on each engagement. So you can use these apps to submit timesheets and expenses, and then even see analysis. So for example, let me just show you some examples. Let me just find January. Now you can see that I have some time submitted here. You can add a new time simply from here. You can have a summary here of the billable, non-billable hours. The same for the expenses. You can add expenses for specific clients, for specific engagements. Yeah, I did add something here. You can simply add it by clicking on new. And then if you go to the analysis, you can see, for example, an analysis of time pending or expenses or invoices. For example, let's have time for all staff, or for example, only for me, for one entity, or for all the entities, or for a specific engagement, and then just generate the report. Let me just have also the date here up until now. Yeah, and generate it, and you will see that you can also export it in CSV and use that. Now, if you are interested in more details, to see more details about CaseWare Cloud, of course we can talk more about that, but just please let me know. I hope this information is useful, and I am waiting for your decision. We will provide you again demo licenses, but this will be after the New Year's Eve, because all our team members in Toronto and here in Romania are on vacation, on holidays. Thank you.